This is Into the Fire.
I'd like to welcome Into the Fire, the incredibly good runner, the versatile guy who can play all around the ground, Dandenong Stingrays' young talent who's shot into the draft calculations this year, Miller Bergman. Nice to meet you, Miller.
Nice to meet you too, LJ.
Awesome to have you on.
Yes, thank you.
You said that your dad was a big footy head. That's not a nice thing to say about his head. Bit oval shaped, was it? Hard on the outside and full of air? Seriously, is that where you got your dedication to become elite from?
Yeah, my dad's been a massive influence. Just he's been through the system and known what it's like to get there. So he's just been helping me ever since, been coaching me for many years growing up, and yeah, just been guiding me and telling me stuff I need to improve on and what I need to do to try and get to the next level. So yeah, he's always been by my side and been a good help throughout my footy journey.
Yeah, sounds like an awesome guy. You grew up in Berwick and won 5 premierships. The fact you're always a winner is a big tick. Anyone of any note growing up in Berwick?
Mac Andrew,
Yeah.
big player this year. Yeah, he played for Berwick as well. Won a couple of flags with myself, so it's nice having him around the club. Just a tall ruckman and could move around positions. Just handy guy to have in your team. Also develop, and he also made a massive influence to us to win a couple of flags too.
Yeah, Mac's a legend. Now,
yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he is. Now, playing seniors with Berwick, you said it showed you how physical it could get. They were thugs, weren't they, you played against? Seriously, though, how did you go against the bigger bodies?
Yeah, it was a good experience because I haven't really played against men growing up. So played against Rodney Eag, who used to coach in the AFL. He coached down at Baldwin, so you could hear him yelling from the bench. But it was a good experience, bigger bodies, a lot more physical than like NAB League. So I really enjoyed it. Got out with some of my older mates that I grew up hanging around, so got to play with them for the first time. So it was a good experience. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, sounds like an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now, in the second game of the NAB, you ran 13.5 kilometres. That is elite, mate. I know you can run like Forrest Gump. I hear that in lockdown you worked on that endurance. How many laps around the living room would that be?
Oh, I don't reckon I could count them. It'd be a lot, but yeah, I was just trying to. Dad always said, like I said, he was a massive influence. He just said work rate's probably one of the main things you need to have in a footy game. So try to work as hard as I can for as long as I can, which will help me try and find a bit more of the ball. So yeah, just a bit of advice.
Yeah, that's it, mate. You said every now and then you just do a kilometre to kick the legs over. You're warming up with that. I'm taking an ice bath and stretching after a kilometre. How long did it seriously take you to getting to the point, 10-kilometre runs?
Well, during lockdown, didn't really have anything else to do because we just locked in our home, go anywhere. So I tried just starting off small, just do a couple of 1 kilometre runs and might ramp it up into a 3K, then have a couple of days break. And then, yeah, just try and tick the legs over for a 10K and just get them moving, just keep that endurance in me. So when I come to footy games, I haven't lost it all. Still got a bit there. So I just tried to keep the legs moving and just, keep my fitness up in lockdown.
Yeah, it's a big run.
Yeah, it took a little while.
Yeah. When there was a break from the NAB League, you got to train with the KC Demons VFL side. That must have been cool. What did you take from that?
I just took like how structured and how organised the clubs are, and like how the training sessions, how they all go to plan, and like you got gym after each training session. You do certain drills. You can go upstairs for dinner. It's just the culture around the club as well was like really good. Just got to bond with everyone, which is handy when you go into a new environment. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it sounds like an awesome club.
Yeah, good place to be.
Yeah. You said you're a mad North Melbourne supporter. Mate, the way they played the last year, every North Melbourne fan is a mad supporter. They say you're a commitment freak. Barracking for the Kangas has shown that. Don't worry. I wouldn't panic. Jason Horn is elite, and you have some young guns in Eddie Ford, Tom Powell, and Will Phillips. The future is bright. How cool would it be being drafted by your team?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. One of the best experiences I reckon it could happen. If it did happen, I'd love to play for North, play along with Jason Horn. Very good player, probably one of the best in our age group.
Yeah.
Young guns, Luke Davies and Tom Powell and even Taron Thomas, just being alongside them and learning new stuff from them would be great. I'd love to go. If I couldn't get drafted to North, but I don't know if it'll happen. But if it did, I'd love it.
Very up and coming side, isn't it?
Yeah, I think in the next few years we'll be really good, even pushing finals in a couple of years. But next year might be another struggle. Just keep putting the development into the younger players. But after a couple of years of development, I reckon we're quite strong and should be for a few years.
Yeah. Now, you're a smaller frame. I understand that well. What have you done to put on the size, mate?
Yeah, so I got a PT that used to go to before lockdown kicked in. So I used to go just do purely weights with him, try to build some muscle size. And for Stingrays, I went through to the nutritionist and just also got like an eating plan and just stuff to eat to help put on size as well. So doing a couple of things to help put on size. Yeah, because it's one of the main things I need to work on as well.
Yeah, I might need one as well.
I think you're right.
You play with some really cool guys at the Stingrays. Players like Connor McDonald, Clayton Gay, and Will Bravo. How was the season tracking until it was stopped by COVID and Victoria's 3,000 cases?
Yeah, it was track. We had a pretty good team. We started off pretty well, won a couple of early games, and then lockdown kind of kicked in, and we just didn't play for a few weeks. But when we could, it was really enjoyable playing with all those mates. Some of them are funny. Connor Mack, good player to play with, just hard in, hitting under. Will Bravo, very good leader. I love playing with Bravs. He just tells you where to be and what you need to do. And Clayton Gay, just the skills. He had an injury, so didn't play too much. But when I did play with him, his skills are exceptional. And you just know you're going to get the ball in the chest from him.
Yeah, pretty good team, isn't it?
Yeah, it was looking all right, but just disappointing. COVID hit and had to cancel the season.
Yeah. Now, you played as a wingman, forward and defender, and your run and carry is extremely useful for all of those positions. Do you have a favourite position?
I'd say probably prefer playing off the halfback, actually.
Halfback,
Run and use my skills off halfback. I feel like that's probably my strength, and I just try to play to my strength because that's what you need to do. And I feel like halfback is the best place I can do that. Just run and use my skills and try and bring my teammates into the game that are in better positions.
Yeah, it's an awesome position back there.
It is.
Yeah. How many times have you been asked if you're Miles Bergman's brother?
Oh, I've been asked a fair few times. I get it all the time. I used to get it at school, footy clubs, everywhere I go. You Miles Bergman? I get told, like, am I Miles Bergman all the time? I'm just like, no, I'm not. Are you related to him? Nah, no relation.
Nah, none? All right. With the draft quickly approaching, how do you handle the pressure of that? Is it something you think about much? I mean, it probably is hard to get away from.
Yeah, it is hard to get away from, just like constantly thinking about it coming up. But I just try and take my mind off it as much as I can. Just maybe get out, play some other sports, hang out with some mates, play some basketball with them. Just do stuff to try and take my mind away from it and just relax my mind. But it is something that you think about a fair bit leading into it now, getting quite close. But I think it's probably best to try to take your mind off it a bit and just focus on like exams at the moment and also just other sport and stuff as well.
Yeah, it must have been a bit hard in lockdown though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, that's all you're thinking about. Just either footy or just school, nothing else.
Yeah, lockdown's tough. All right.
It is.
All right, let's have a couple of non-footy questions. If you had to play a different sport, what would it be?
Well, I love cricket.
Yeah.
Cricket, well, probably those two would be my favourite. Played a fair bit of basketball and cricket growing up, but just dropped them to focus more on footy. But I really enjoyed both of them. I'd say probably basketball is the main one. So I'd love to play basketball, and if I could never make it to the NBA, but if you could make it to the NBA, it'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be good as.
Just like playing local with my mates.
Yeah, it's a good sport. Favorite pastime activity?
Ooh. I don't mind playing some PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Just hopping on some PlayStation, jumping on with some mates, playing some games, just having a bit of a laugh. It's good to have a laugh and just play some games with them.
Any favorite games on the PlayStation?
I'm into 2K a bit at the moment, NBA.
Okay.
Yeah, newer games. I've just been playing that a little bit in lockdown. Haven't had much else to do.
Yeah, it's a good game. Would you
It
prefer
is.
what meal would you have as the last meal?
What meal? Oh, I love a barbie. So if there's pork ribs, sausages, hamburgers chucked in front of me, I'd eat it. I'd love them.
Oh, yeah.
Try to have as much as so. I'd love to have that as my last meal. Just the delicious pork ribs and the snags.
Yeah, good meal. Would you prefer to surf or golf?
So what was that?
Would you prefer to surf or golf?
Oh, I'd say probably surf. I love the ocean. Love to go for a swim. I love body. I don't have a surfboard, but I used to body surf. It's a lot of fun when I head up to Queensland. But yeah, I'd probably prefer to surf. I don't mind golf, but I just find it a bit boring at times. So probably surfing.
Yeah, I've never actually been surfing. Might have to go try it out soon.
You'd enjoy it, I reckon.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Now, Now, Mr. Everywhere Man, I think you're exciting. There is nothing better than a guy who can break lines, take a bounce, and then slot a big goal. I love it. Crowds love it. And when you're on the bigger stage, you don't want to spoil that goal by not being ready for what's actually really important, the chance to celebrate. Don't worry, I have the one for you, the Into the Fire.
Yeah, that's good celebration. I might have to try it one day.
Like that, I reckon it would go with the hair, like a bit of the swish.
Oh yeah, it would. I need a new celebration, so I might have to try that.
Yep, of course. Well,
Don't kick many. So I won't be coming out often.
Oh, maybe from the 50 line, big slot. Awesome.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Well, it's been awesome catching up with you, Miller. You're a superb talent and would make an outstanding AFL player. I wish you all the best in the draft, mate. And I have my fingers crossed it all goes your way.
Thanks for that, LJ. Appreciate the chat. Thanks for having me on. Good to talk to. You're a legend, mate. Thanks for that.
You too, mate. Awesome to chat.